Tinubu, who happens to be the president of Nigeria as of today, once said that he don't believe in one Nigeria. A statement that he made on the 13th day of April 1997 is something that most Nigerians are still holding him for. For example, when he declared his intention to run for the seat of the president, most Nigerians came out with that particular newspaper, reminding him that he once said that he never believed in one Nigeria. And let's not forget that Nnamdi Kanu is actually under the detention of the DSS because of the fact that he wants the Igbos, that is the eastern part of the country, to go their separate way to have their own country known as Biafra. But to come to think of it, that someone who once said he never believed in the unity of Nigeria and has never changed his mind since that time now happens to declare his intention and eventually was able to snatch it, grab it, and has been running with it, but unable to run with the realities that befall him as of today, is something that one needs to look at critically when talking about a new Nigeria. Is the new Nigeria possible? This is one of the slogans of the Obident movement and the Labour Party during the 2023 general election. During the weekend, we have the patriots visiting the president and demanding for a new constitution. And this constitution will represent the people, not the one given to Nigerians by the military. Let's not forget that on the 1st of August this month, that the Nigerian youth staged a protest that they needed good governance in Nigeria. And this is because of the fact that since the return of democracy in 1999, Nigerians have not really felt the dividends of democracy. The tenets of democracy has not been felt right from the top to the bottom. It looks like the 0.5% of individuals that control the resources, the political power in Nigeria, benefits those dividends of democracy. And that is the reason why most Nigerian youth went on the street on the 1st to the 10th of August to say no to bad governance. The wanton corruption activities in the country and the unprofessionalism of the security agency, among numerous challenges befalling Nigeria as of today, was the reason why Nigerians went on the streets. And one of the demands was that Nigerians need a new constitution and new breed of leaders that will take her to the next level. And for that reason, the patriots went to visit Mr. President. It is a known fact that you cannot just remove the president when it is not an election cycle. So therefore, they decided to meet the president to propose to him, like I have said in this channel before, that there was a national referendum during the Jonathan administration, of which it was abandoned by Muhammadu Buhari's administration. It is now time for this current administration to revisit that referendum, the Orisel report, and see how we can better the lives of Nigerians. But to betray on these points, let's listen to Dr. Mike Ozekhome.
Nigeria is a country still yearning for nationhood. What does that mean? What it means is that we are not united. We are still what Chief Obafemi Awolowo once called a piece of geographical expression. Ahmadu Bello once said it was a piece of historical mistake because we were cobbled together on 3rd January 2014 by Lord Lugard, the Southern and Northern Confederates, and the Lagos colony, after Nigeria had been given her name by a young British author who wrote in the London Financial Times of 8th January 1897, calling it Nigeria, that Niger area. That is first major problem. In other words, we were cobbled together through the direct and indirect rule system that we were operating, with all of us already enjoying our independence. The Benin Empire, the Oyo Empire, the Kanem Bonu Empire, the ancient Ife. We were already independent, having our own systems of government, and we were happy. Jaja for Pobo, Nana of Ichekiri, Oba of Beramino Gbaise of Benin, who beat the British back with bare knuckles, for which he was deported to Calabar, where he lived and died 27 years later. So such people that were already used to their independence and ways of life, to put them together and say they cannot now discuss their future.
Is it the reason for the agitation we see in Nigeria? This idea of lack of nationhood.
In fact, it is the beginning and the end of it. I can assure you of that. You were talking about 3 problems. I identified that one major problem. If you don't have nationhood and nobody believes in Nigeria as a country, if I ask you, Shehu, where are you from? You won't say I'm in Nigeria. You first quickly mention your village.
Now, this is a senior lawyer, an advocate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he made this point known on Politics Today with Shehu on Channels Television yesterday. And this is something that Nigerians need to understand, that it is something that we can do together to bring Nigeria to the level that we want. But the question is this: the person sitting as the president, of which he never believed in one Nigeria, how can this person now turn around now to make deals, or let's say make plans, or even make a new constitution that will benefit Nigerians? Let's not forget that immediately he assumed office as the president of Nigeria, some of the priority of the administration was to even buy a presidential yacht, from there to buying vehicles for the president, the presidential fleet, and all of that. But Nigerians begin to ask questions. Why buying all of those things when the president that was leaving still have those things intact? You didn't auction any. It was not to anybody's knowledge that the vehicles used by Muhammadu Buhari were auctioned out. Therefore, the current administration need new ones. And we saw how the purchase of a new presidential jet. What about the security of the average Nigerian living in Maiduguri, in Borno, in Adabawa, in Zamfara? What about in Benue State? Let's talk about the south part of the country. Even the southwest, the whole country is messed up security-wise. But they keep on beefing the security of Mr. President and the political elite. Yes, in as much as it's necessary for the president to be secured and protected at all costs, let's not forget that he swore to an oath to protect the life and properties of Nigerians. Therefore, if the people are not safe, then you are not safe. And these are the reasons why people protested, and then looking at the issue of one Nigeria and new constitution, which we usher Nigeria to a new nation. Now, what do you make of the statement of Dr. Mike Ozekhome, as well as the visit of the Patriot to the president, urging him to draft a new constitution that will usher Nigeria into the next level? Do you believe that the new constitution will actually solve the issues that bedevil Nigeria? Insecurity, unemployment, underdevelopment, no health care, no bad governance as a whole, with bad educational system and all of that? Will the new constitution addresses all of this? To some people, they will say yes. Personally, I believe that having a new constitution will address some of the issue, but new constitution will not address bad governance if you have the same breed of people in power. What do you think about this? Let me have your take at the comment section. Thank you for watching.